Kelvin Banks Jr. versus Mykel Williams was such a fun matchup to watch, but this video I want to focus on their first meeting of the year. They played each other twice, but we're going to look at their first game. This is when Georgia came to Austin and beat the Longhorns. Now, I don't want to make this sound like Mykel Williams dominated Kelvin Banks Jr. because as you can see from most of these clips, he didn't, right? Kelvin Banks Jr. won his fair share of reps, but we all know when a defensive lineman gets, beats an offensive lineman more than 1 or 2, 3 times a game, it's, you're considering that a win for the defensive lineman just because of how big of an impact a really good rush can have on a game. So I want to focus on 2 specific reps here from Mykel Williams where he beats Kelvin Banks Jr. clean and either gets a sack or a pressure on the quarterback, right? So there you can see a sack fumble. We'll talk about that one in a second. But the first one I want to go over here is this one right here, right? And it's just so beautifully executed from Mykel Williams. What do we get? We get, well, first of all, I want you to look at his eyes. His eyes are looking inside. Well, Kelvin Banks Jr. sees that. So guess what? When Mykel Williams throws this jab step inside, he thinks he's coming inside, right? So what does he do? He stops his feet, shoots his hands. Well, not smart, because guess what? Mykel Williams was just faking it. So as soon as he sees Kelvin Banks Jr. stop his feet, throws his strike, guess what? He goes back outside, brings his outside arm sort of like a club or a swipe, again, to sort of keep him stopped in his tracks. And he ends up turning this super short corner here to almost get to the quarterback before he got rid of it, but he gets a hit on the quarterback. Again, just a beautiful rep that I got to run it back one more time. So again, kind of rushed, Texas kind of hurried up to the line, eyes inside, jab step, right when he stops that feet, bring that outside arm to knock Banks even more off balance, and again, turn that short corner. And the next rep here, even just as beautiful, if not even better, because we get the sack, a fumble this time, right? And it's the same sort of thing. Look at the eyes. Eyes are inside. So when we give that fake, once again, Banks Jr. stops his feet, throws his strike. This time we're bringing the double hand swipe. Look at that double hand swipe right when Banks stops his feet, when most of his weight is on that inside leg. So guess what? We're going to swipe that arm and we're going to throw him even more off balance. Now, Kelvin Banks Jr. is an elite mover. He is elite at recovering. So he does actually a decent enough job given the circumstances here to somewhat recover and at least kind of stay in front of Mykel Williams. But because of that move initially, he got enough of that corner to turn to make it short enough to get this sack fumble on Quinn Ewers. Now, of course, it helps when you are built like an alien and you have arms like crazy length, right? But again, just absolutely perfectly timed rep here. Eyes inside, fake the jab step, double swipe, knock him even more so off balance, and again, finish through, and get the sack fumble on Quinn Ewers. Brilliant stuff from Mykel Williams. And again, I don't want it to make it sound like that this was a dominant game for Mykel Williams, because it wasn't.